The Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam once suspected that a Jewish boy in Medina was the Antichrist. The boy's name was Ibn Sayyad. So he took his companion Umar radiallahu ta'ala with him to go and question the boy. The boy was very disrespectful in his answers, and Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu was very angry. He said, "O Messenger of Allah, give me permission." I cut off his head. The Prophet said, "No, Umar, no. If he is the Antichrist, you cannot kill him. And if he is not, then it would be sinful to kill him." May I repeat that? If he is the Antichrist, you cannot kill him. And if he is not the Antichrist, it would be sinful to kill him. Implying that the possibility exists that he can be the Antichrist or Dajjal. But that possibility could only exist if the Antichrist has been released into the world. And so implicit in this event is a message which is being communicated to the world, that the release of Dajjal, the release of the Antichrist into the world took place in the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. If he is released into the world, then where is he? We now come to another intriguing event. It is located in the Sunan in the Sahih of Imam Muslim. A companion of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he was Christian, he became Muslim. His name is Tamim Dari. He came to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam and narrated an event which occurred. When we study the event critically, we come to the conclusion this could not have been an actual event. It had to be a vision. The Prophet listened, and then he said to the people, "Sit down, I have something to say to you." Tamim Dari came to me and told me something about the Antichrist, which confirms what I have been saying to you. And now we get the story from the blessed lips of the Messenger of Allah. What is the story? Tamim ad-Dari and some 30 or 40 of his companions went on board a ship. And then the storms came and blew the ship for a whole month before they arrived at an island. And when they got on shore, they got off the ship and they went on shore, they were confronted by a very hairy creature. Plenty hair, so much hair you could hardly tell which side is head and which side is tail. And then this creature spoke and said, I am Jexhuxh. Jexhuxh, spy. Surah Al-Hujurat, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا, do not spy. So this is an island with a lot of people who excel in spying. And then Jexhuxh pointed to a monastery. There's someone waiting to see you there. And said, there's someone waiting to see you, pointing to a monastery which is lying in ruins. So number one, an island, which is about 1 month's distance from the Arab world. Number two, an island with expertise in spying, in espionage. Number three, an island in which religion will eventually crumble, collapse, lying in ruins. And most of the people will become atheists. So they rushed to the monastery. And there they found this young man, powerfully built, with curly hair, but there's no description about his eyes. His hands were chained to his neck, his feet were chained. And this man began to question Tamim Dari and his companions. A number of very interesting questions.
The man said to us, tell me about the palm trees of Baysan. Baysan is a city in Jordan. And he wanted to know whether there were palm trees planted in there or not. We said, what do you exactly want to know about Baysan in Jordan? He said, I ask you, are there more palm trees and have they been filled with dates or not yet? They said, yes, it is full of palm trees and full of dates, more than many other places in what we know. He said, soon its palm trees and dates will become scarce, will no longer give fruits. Today, really, in Jordan, dates are scarce now. It used to be in history abundance. He said, now explain to me about Buhayra al-Tabariya. They said, what do you want to know about it?
He asked, is there any water left in the Sea of Galilee?
He said, does it have water in it? They said, yes, there is lots of water. He said, soon its water is going to go away. It's not going to exist anymore. And truly today, the water has gone drier than before.
And then he said, I am Dajjal. I am the Antichrist. I will enter every town and every city, but I will not be allowed to enter into Mecca and Medina because the angels will bar me. And so now we know, up to this moment in time, the Antichrist is not as yet released. But he is on an island, which is about 1 month's journey away from the Arab world by sea. An island which has excellence in spying. And so now we know that when the message came from the messenger of Allah that Dajjal has been released, we know that it is in this island that he is going to be released. And it is from this island that he will launch his mission to impersonate the Messiah and to eventually rule the world from Jerusalem. Question: which island is it?
And now we come to the one hadith that has created a problem for the world of Islamic scholarship. The hadith is in Sahih Muslim. It speaks of the return of Nabi Isa alayhi salam. And then he kills Dajjal. And then after he has killed Dajjal, فَبَعَثَ اللَّهُ. Ba'atha does not mean release. Ba'atha means to send. But somehow or the other, everybody have come to the conclusion that after Nabi Isa alayhi salam kills Dajjal, that Allah will now release Ba'atha, Gog and Magog. The first of them will pass by the Sea of Galilee, but in Arabic it's not the Sea of Galilee. That's an English word used by the Christians. The Jews don't use Sea of Galilee. The Jews call it Lake Kinneret. Kinneret. And in the Ahadith it is known as Buhayrat al-Tabariya, Lake Tiberias. All three names refer to the same body of water. The first of them will pass by the Sea of Galilee and start to drink the water. And by the time the last of them pass, they will say, there used to be water here. I think this is a fairly simple footprint to recognize. Fairly simple, like the tall buildings. That when you see the water level in the Sea of Galilee going down and down and down, and when it reaches the point of no return, that it has crossed the level now, that the Sea of Galilee could ever be revived. It's only a matter of time for it to die, to dry up. Then you know that you are close now to the end. What is the water level in the Sea of Galilee now? The answer is the water level in the Sea of Galilee has already crossed the point of no return. That's how low it is. Indicating that Gog and Magog have been passing. When they pass by the Sea of Galilee, where are they going? They're going to Jerusalem. When they go to Jerusalem, what are you doing with the water? You drank all that water? Huh? We're dealing here with religious symbolism. It's not the actual drinking of the water. Rather, it is the consumption of water. Israel said, we're going to make the deserts green. Those Arabs couldn't do that. They are dum-dums, the Arabs. And we have the scientific and technological know-how. We can change the desert and make it green. So when you see the water level in the Sea of Galilee going down lower and lower and lower and lower, you know that a lot of them have already passed. And by the time the Sea of Galilee dries up, and there is no more water. They have all left the north and they have reached to the Holy Land. Where are we now? Answer? Just look at the Sea of Galilee and you'd look. A little island just appeared in the Sea of Galilee maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, which was not there before. The Sea of Galilee is going down. It is in irreversible decline. It's just a matter of time now before it dries up, indicating that most of Gog and Magog have already come this way.